Sugar mama? You pay people after you
But I mean, at least times.
bought them AirPods and Apple Watches?
I gotta take care of my babies. Yeah, because I was like, you're such a good boy. You get some AirPods.
It's like, what the are you doing? You can't pay to Download my budgeting app today and take control of your money once and for all. And for a limited time only, sign up for the annual version of Premium and get my cookbook and notebook signed and mailed directly to you. Link in the description and pinned comment below.
Hi, my name's Jeanette. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Cape Coral, Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
I'm a dumb bitch and can't stop buying stupid I don't need. LOL. That was her opening line in her application to be on the show. A self-described dumb.
You got it.
Okay. So, you know what's interesting? And we talk about this in a lot of episodes. And I think I can naturally bring it up here. If I go out and about, let's just say, I'm trying to think of an analogy right now. I'm trying to think of an example. I go out and about and I realize I'm wearing a pair of shoes. And every time I wear this pair of shoes, I get, what are those little bumps called?
Blisters?
A blister. And it hurts. And it's every fucking time. Every single time. Typically, what I do is I figure out, maybe I shouldn't wear those shoes because I realize this. Your application is self-defining. You're the dumb who can't control her spending. Why aren't you wearing a different pair of shoes? Like, I feel like this shouldn't even be a conversation we need to have. I don't mean to come in intense, but that's pretty basic. If I want to change something, and I know that I can know things are wrong,
right,
but maybe I don't have that extra incentive to change it. I know what I eat is necessarily wrong. Sometimes when I, have some bad food, but it's not like the most life-impacting thing for me, so I don't really care, so I don't change that. But if there is something I care about, I do what is necessary to change it. This would suggest if you are on this show and you are self-realizing what is bad, you actually do not want to change it.
But I also love I love Amazon.
Okay, Bezos doesn't know you exist, so I don't. Okay, what on Amazon? What is worth it?
It's all overnight stuff that I can't get at Walmart, like dog treats and
dog treats overnight. Dog treats? Why don't you just go to fucking Petco? Go to Petco real quick.
Because it's easier for Amazon. It's overnight. It comes at 4 in the morning. I wake up and it's there.
Yeah, but you'd have Petco that evening. Okay, it doesn't even matter anyway. Either way, it would be shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just dog treats every once in a while, that's not the craziest thing in the world.
I buy dog treats every day. I don't know. I mean, I know.
How many dogs do you have?
Well, I have my dog, and I also take care of puppies, and then my dad has 3 dogs. Is that your job? It's like my side.
Wait, what do you do for a living? That's my usual first question.
So I handle accounts receivable for an engineering firm.
What do you make?
$22 an hour.
What's the scoff?
I literally can't believe people show up for $22 an hour.
Do you show up for $22 an hour?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
But you do. Why are you calling out other people? You do.
Right. It's just not.
How many hours a week do you work when you show up that you can't believe people do?
I'm supposed to be there for 40 hours. I usually swing about 35.
But I usually swing about 35 if it's supposed to be 40.
Because I'm doing like my dog stuff on the side. I have clients.
Oh, do you get paid for that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you get paid for that, then I mean, it's fine. But $22 an hour, you're saying, I can't believe people show up. Why the f do you have that job then?
I guess because it's hard to find something more than that.
I mean, if you don't have skills or resume capabilities or interview techniques, yeah.
Well, I'm actively looking for more than $22 an hour.
Well, I'm glad you look at the jobs.
I'm actively applying for jobs.
With a good resume, with good interview skills that have been practiced?
I would say a good interview skills.
I mean, 26, okay. I would believe you would have some job experience with that.
Yeah.
So what's the issue? How long have we been looking?
Since I got hired at this job, so maybe like 7 months.
You've been looking for 7 months?
Yes.
What are you looking for if $22 an hour isn't acceptable to you? What hits your account on a monthly basis from this job?
Maybe like 3-ish, 32.
Why aren't you surviving?
Because everything's expensive. I've got my
maybe
dogs.
don't buy the expensive things.
Yeah.
That's what the rest of us do if we can't afford something.
That makes sense, for sure. But
then
I like quality. I like quality stuff.
Like the word you just used was like
Quality.
yeah,
Like.
but you said you like
Oh
it.
yeah.
Like it's okay. That's not a necessity. If it's not a necessity, well,
It makes you comfy though. Don't you like being comfy? Right? Expensive stuff's comfy, and quality and lasts longer.
what are you doing? You're smirking.
I'm trying to convince you that it's not necessarily that bad.
Why the fuck are you on this show then?
I'm literally a dumb bitch.
Did you hear what you just said in the last 30 seconds?
That I like dumb.
I mean, you're
quality
correct
shit.
that you're a dumb bitch if what you just said in the last 30 seconds is what you believe, and then you just said you want to get out of this and want to change. The beyond conflicting statements. You said there, guys, getting expensive stuff is so cute. It's so cutesy. I really want to change. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, why can't I have both?
Math?
True. But what if we do the math so I can have some nice and then cut
So why
out-
haven't you budgeted that then?
I'm trying. I don't know. I've cut out like a lot
What
of
the
stuff.
fuck is your personality? What the fuck is that? Are you-
What?
Oh my gosh. I've only met a couple people like you.
Oh my god.
This is what kills me. Is like I'm like seeing their personality for the first time in my life, where you're like that goofball. You have that goofball energy. Take it fucking serious.
Yes.
See?
I'm taking it very seriously. I do have a lot of debt and I do need to get out of it. I also need to stop buying dumb
Then why don't you?
because it's easy to buy dumb
I understand it's easy. Why are we not putting in mechanisms? Why are we not putting in coping skills? Why are we not putting in a budget? Why are we not putting in effort? I know it is easy. I know it is easy. We got that. We have established. Why aren't you doing anything to prevent you or fucking just because something is easy doesn't mean you do it. It's easy to go jump off the roof if you want to. Doesn't mean you fucking do. So why aren't you doing anything to counteract it if you actually want to change?
The most real answer is that I'm a dumb bitch. That's not going to get me very far, and I need to stop being a dumb bitch. For sure.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a real answer? Like why you haven't done anything? What have you tried to do and it hasn't worked?
I've locked some of my credit cards so I can't spend them, like my Apple card, and I switched my T-Mobile to like Mint Mobile, so that saves me a bunch of money.
Bunch of money? Yeah, it's a step, right?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm in the moving slowly in the correct direction.
Which is why we spent double what you made last month. That's slowly in the right direction.
Slowly.
Oh, there she is. She's trying to be cute, guys. She's so fucking cool. You're looking good, and you're looking great on camera right now. Everyone's really appreciating your cutesy little attitude. Okay. So fuck you. This isn't slowly moving in the right direction unless you're spending 4 times, 3 times your income. Now you're spending 2 times, and we're like, yay. No, you don't get a high five for that. What are you doing? $3,266 came in, and that adds up with what you said. That was through payroll. And then we had Cash App, $330. Was that the dog stuff?
Yes.
Okay. So $3,600. Okay. Not horrible. But you could be making more if you went and actually, I'm confused. Okay. Did you have a job before this job that you looked down upon?
Yes. So
what is your work experience? What can we turn into an effective resume?
Okay. So from the time that I was 19 to 25, I was a contract coordinator for a real estate investment company. And I worked there for 7 years. So, and I was making so much money there. I was making $35 an hour.
Why'd you change?
I got fired.
Why?
Honestly,
Oh, here comes when someone says honestly and then they don't say the honest thing. Yeah, go for it.
honestly, I think it was some petty shit.
There it is. What?
I mean, the boss was kind of like an old, groomy, weird man, and there was only 2.
I don't know what that means in that context. Is it internet grooming where they never use the word correct, or is it he didn't take care of his facial hair?
No, like childhood grooming.
Internet grooming where they never use the word correct. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Yes, he was a creepy, weird man.
Did he literally separate people from their entire support system from an underage way in order to take them away from their support system once they turned of age and then slept with them, but they could never leave because they no longer have a support system? Did he literally groom them? Or are we just using that word because he was a little weird?
It was a little bit less than how you described it.
Okay, so let's not use words we don't mean. This isn't Twitter.
Okay.
Words have real-world consequences. Stop being a sensationalist bitch.
Gotcha. He was a weird man. A weird 4-year-old man.
There you go. A real... Okay, so he was weird.
Yeah.
I believe this started with you got fired from a job.
Yes.
So why are we talking about a weird man?
Because he was my boss. He was the owner of the company. He was weird, and he was mean, and he was psychotic, and
Go on. Now we're using more buzzwords real quick. What was he actually? What did he do that would define those things?
He would come in and scream at everyone.
Scream why? What was the reason?
He would literally call people tell you are you fucking stupid? Like, why'd you fucking do this? Like, you don't know what you're fucking doing.
Certainly what Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos has done, and they built great companies. I'm not defending it, but that is what other people have done. That's not how I like to do it, and it doesn't feel good. I agree, but we're using the word psychotic, and we're doing a lot of things. So go ahead. Why did he do it? What was the reason, though?
The reason why I was fired, the actual reason I was fired was...
No, why was he yelling?
Oh. He was unstable, like bipolar.
What was the reason he yelled? Yeah, but what was the thing that caused? I'm asking. I'm not defending it, but let's have more context because you sound like the person that starts a Twitter thread.
He would come in at 10 o'clock, and when we were supposed to be there at 8, and just scream at everyone.
Why though? What happened before?
Are you guys on the phone? Why aren't you on the phone?
Were you supposed to be on the phone?
Not me particularly, but
the person he told to?
Yeah, the bullpen.
Okay, so that's the reason.
It's just I don't feel like that's like the way to handle it.
No, I agree. It's not the proper way to handle it. However, it wasn't I agree. However, it's not like he just went in and he just started screaming for no reason. Right. That was his leadership method. Wasn't good. You're allowed to leave it. It is not illegal. Mm-hmm.
So that just didn't feel
So
good.
That's why you got fired?
No.
Because the boss yelled at people for not doing their job.
That's not why I got fired, but that definitely set the stage for my time at the job. I was constantly on edge. I always felt like I was going to get fired, and then I did. After 7 years. I was making $35 an hour plus bonus.
Yep, which, by the way, I mean, you make the per capita income in Cape Coral. Congratulations, even though you scoffed at what you make. But
I can't believe people live on it.
Well, the median per capita income does.
It's crazy. That's just not a lot of money.
That's not a lot of money. It's livable.
I don't feel like it is.
It's livable. Average rent in that area for 1-bedroom apartment is about $1,652. Utilities, we can take it about $200 for electricity, plus approximately $200 for phone and internet services. Food, groceries going about 1% higher than the national average there, and we can range that from $400 to $600. I could get you at about $300. Gasoline looking at $3.39 per gallon, so we're looking at $470 a month. Doctor's visit maybe $158 per appointment. Monthly healthcare costs $157 for a single adult. Put all that together, you would have a surplus of about $6,000. Yeah, you can survive. You're not, because you prefer cozy and then you get fired for something you haven't been able to define yet.
Well, I can tell you how I got fired.
I would love to hear that.
I fucked up a contract.
Okay, sounds like you should have got fired and it wasn't for petty I'd fire someone too if they were their job and replace them with someone who's not their job, because you're here to literally do a job.
But I was there for 7 years.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Why the fuck would that matter? It doesn't.
I just feel like I have
No. If you do not perform, why would they not replace you with someone who would make the same amount of money and will perform better? I mean, think about it logically. You're not a fucking teachers union.
Yeah.
You don't have that protection, and you shouldn't. It's the fucking free market.
Yeah, but I just felt like after 7 years, I was the longest. There was only 3 employees that were there that long.
That literally doesn't matter.
I felt like I was the best person for the job if I'm there that long.
Well, you weren't, because you were fired because you did wrong.
But I fucked up one thing after 7 years.
Was it a big fuck up?
Kind of.
Well, there you go. You know what that does? You know what that does? And I only fully realize this in the position I'm in now. He can no longer trust you. And when you lose the trust of someone to take care of things that are huge, then you can't reliably put important work on them.
Yeah. But
So I would rather that person not be here and replace them with
For
someone that
7
I
years?
can trust. If you break the trust, it's hard to earn trust back.
but
in
7
that
years is
way.
a long time.
It is a long time, and maybe I wouldn't, do that after one instance. But if the person feels like he can no longer trust, it's his organization.
Yeah, but still, that sucks.
Oh my gosh.
It
Okay.
hurts my heart. I was there for 7 years.
Yes, you're fired. No one likes getting fired.
I grew up there from 19 to 25.
Okay.
I just
Well, you're not
feel
going to get tears from me. That's the world of the job market. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, but I
People get
didn't
laid
know
off
that.
all the time.
I
It's a
didn't really
bummer.
know that.
And you can leave companies for a higher paying job.
Mhm.
They can have you leave. You can leave on your own. It's like, don't take it personally. It's business.
I take everything personally. I'm a
Well,
little
that's not, you're
crybaby.
not going to get places with that. Good luck. So I can understand how your current wage now, which it's kind of a little gross how you look down on it, I'll be honest. That rubbed me the wrong way and why I'm being a little intense. Because, ew, what the fuck is, like, 22? It's not, is it living in luxury? No, but survivable for your situation, for your cost of living area. Either way, yes, you were making a lot more then. So I can see how now it feels like you're struggling because it is a substantial cut.
Huge.
But you need to adapt to it, and it is your choice to not adapt to it.
Correct. But it's hard. And I know that's not a good excuse.
It is hard. Things are hard all the
For
time.
sure.
Are you just going to give up?
No.
If you want to give up, let's just move on.
No, I don't want to
Let's just move up. Go home.
I want to pay my credit card off.
If it's hard, put up with it. Put in the hard work. If it's hard and we give up, then just give up.
I don't want to, though.
Okay, but you've done nothing.
I-
And I'm not a magic pill.
I got a new job. I didn't stay unemployed. Not, I got the $22 an hour job after
Yes,
the-
but you're looking down upon that job. I'm not.
Yeah.
And you have to adapt to that new income. You're not always going to start at the top of an organization. You're not always going to start 7 years into an organization.
I know.
Sometimes you have to start at the floor and move your way up. That is natural, and that is okay.
Do you think
But it's not a
8
bad
months is
thing.
a long time without getting a raise?
No,
Really?
no.
I was expecting a raise within 3 months.
Why?
Because I'm good at my job.
It's a little weird entitlement. No, a lot of people don't get a raise for like the first year.
Jesus. I don't know. I've only had one job.
You got
A
raises
job.
every 3 months?
Literally, I went from 15 to 16 to 18 to 19 to 20 to 25 with bonus. And then
Yeah,
I
you
got
were
up to
there for
30.
7 years. That sounds like
But I
maybe
got all my
yearly
raises
raises.
within, like 2 years, 3 years, and then I got
And that-
capped out. Like that's
capped out?
like-
they had a cap.
not cap on commission, but like cap on hourly for me.
They had a cap for you or a cap for everyone?
I don't know what everyone else made.
Okay,
They
yeah, it
capped
sounds
me
like
at-
you were potentially underperforming for the last 2 years because they did not raise your wage.
Mhm. I mean, my Christmas bonus went up every year.
Yeah, that's just them being nice in the Christmas spirit. They kept your wage the same, meaning you were likely not providing value. And let's be honest. I know it sounds so fucking like tribal, and it sounds so, evolutionary, but the thing is, it is kind of just metrics in the end, right? It's like, if there are other people around you performing better, the raises are going to go to them. You are not entitled to
Mhm.
them, certainly after 3 months. And if you're getting capped out a couple years in and then you're going 4 years, no raises, that should tell you something.
I just
That
thought I was making so much money that they were like, oh, we're not going to pay her anymore. Because I was making so much money.
Listen, I don't know this guy, and he comes in screaming, and we've all had emotional days, and like things will happen in high stress situations. Okay, I get that, but he sounds like someone that maybe not be the best leader, but what most leaders do is, even if you're making a lot of money, they will give you a raise if you're a high performer because they want to keep you there, and because they also just want to. That's the big one.
Right. So I guess I was not doing as good as I thought I was.
Yes, which is why you were actually fired, not because it's some petty bull.
It felt like petty bull.
What? How was it petty?
Let's talk about student loans. I know it's something we all want to avoid talking about, but if your private student loans are crushing you, why refi might be exactly what you need. They don't rely on your credit score alone. They look for borrowers who have the desire and ability to repay. That's a game changer in a market where most lenders only see a number. Interest rates under 6% guaranteed. That's practically a unicorn in student lending. Plus, they offer structured payment plans to lower your monthly bill and even a co-signer release program so your mom or dad can step off the hook. Y-Refi is known for personal service, no faceless call centers. You get a dedicated rep who actually cares about your progress. They've got a 4.6 star rating on Google, which tells you people genuinely like working with them. So if your private loans are burying you, it's time to reach out. Y-Refi wants to help you climb out of debt, not push you further in it. Check them out at yrefy.com/hammer. That is YREFY.com/hammer, or call 888-YREFY-78. That is 888-YREFY-78. Break free from the high interest trap and get your finances under control once and for all.
If it was petty, there would have been something that would have required it to be petty. Like there would have been something that rubbed them the wrong way that wasn't fireable, but then they used this as a reason to fire you. That would be petty.
Yes.
Was there that? Because you have not told me.
In my opinion, it was petty because there was one other girl in the office. She started getting it was like your typical freaking office story. There's two admins and the owner. The owner starts hanging out with the two girls. I didn't really understand what was going on because I was 19. She's 3 years older than me. He was married, started sleeping with her.
19-year-olds don't understand sex?
I mean, I didn't
You really are a
understand.
fucking Twitter user. Keep going.
And then they started boning. He got divorced from his wife, and then they got
And
engaged.
you really didn't understand any of this at 19?
No.
Maybe we should raise the age of everything to 25 because, wow, these people are not maturing as quick as we did literally just 10 years ago.
I agree. I'm a dumb, I don't want to keep saying I'm a dumb bitch, but I don't understand
I don't think
social cues.
I don't know if it's dumb. I think you're literally at the mental state of a child. I think you just
It feels like that
immature.
sometimes,
It's not a good thing. It's
I
very
know.
unhealthy.
for sure.
I'm glad you agree. Wish you would do anything about it. Okay, so you didn't understand that the penis went in the vagina. Keep going.
I just didn't understand why he would be hanging out with us and then why they started hanging out, and then it just got kind of competitive. It felt like she didn't want another girl in the office. That's what it felt like to me. That's why I feel
Why
like
are
it
you
was
getting
petty.
that vibe other than the fact that they were boning?
Because she was being kind of a bitch.
Oh, she was being a bitch to you.
Yes.
Okay.
After they started seeing each
Were you
other.
being a bitch to her?
No, we were friends. We used to hang out. We used to go out to Busch Gardens together and dinner and all kinds of stuff.
And she got the right to hire and fire?
No. She's not the one that fired me.
Then why? How would it have been petty then?
Because she was boss.
So what is your future then?
I would like to continue my business, but
Business. The
Yeah,
dog stuff?
yeah,
The 300 hours a month?
Well, that's how much I claim on Cash App and Venmo and stuff. But I get paid.
Well, no,
cash
that's how much.
sometimes
That's how much. Oh, I see.
that I don't necessarily deposit.
Okay, go on.
I'm not saying that I'm making a ton of livable money, but if I could continue
It's
to
kind
do
of
that,
important.
I'm not really good at running my business.
Well, you spend double what you make in your personal life. I bet that would translate in your business as well if you're making good money in your business.
For sure.
Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get better. I don't know how to. My logistics are off.
What
My
don't you know how
pricing-
to get better? What
Running my business, owning my business.
part?
My pricing, my schedule. I have a hard
have you
time.
looked up median pricing for your area?
Yes, but I feel bad. I charge everyone pretty much different stuff. I will go 3 hours north and charge someone $50 a night to sleep at their house, and then charge someone
Why?
$100. I don't know. I just say whatever. I have a really
Okay.
super unorganized.
Well, there's one. Charge the market demand.
Yeah, that's a change I need to make. And I'd also like
It's a
to.
pretty basic one that you also, again, have already recognized. I'm confused. This conversation's so confusing. You recognize all these things, yet you do none of it. I feel like this is a repeated pattern.
Well, the clients I've had since I've started, and I just
Uh-huh.
feel really bad about charging them something different, or
Good.
even bringing that
So
up.
you'll go out of business and never do this full time.
But
Congratulations.
I don't want to. I want to.
Okay, so choose one. What do you want to do?
I want to big dog up.
So
And get my
big
shit
dog
together.
up and get your shit together.
I don't know how. I can change my pricing.
Tell them
for
I'm
sure,
changing my pricing.
but that's not going to be the only thing that helps
What
my
else, then?
business. I would like to get better at zoning in on my clients rather than, like I said, driving 3 hours north or an hour
Okay,
south.
so zone in. What do you need to do to get better at that?
How do I tell my clients that I already have that I can't help them anymore?
I can't help you anymore.
But I feel bad. I know I
don't
need
care.
to. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's it's business.
I know.
At that point, you're not fucking someone over. You're just saying you don't want to drive 3 hours anymore. It's not like you are truly. You're like ripping up a contract.
It feels like breaking up.
But you're not. If it was, that would be a different situation. If we signed a contract and you were just ripping it to shreds, yeah, that'd be fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just, you're a contractor to them, you know? It's like, they're just going to find another person on Fiverr I'm assuming it's like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I have a dog person. One moved. So I got a new one. And she's better.
Really? That's one. Yeah.
I'm just stuck around longer.
I need to get better. I'm not good at that.
Well, yeah, apparently in any aspect, because
I'm not.
you need to get better in a lot of things and you know what you're doing wrong and the solutions are pretty basic, yet you do none of them.
I need some fire under my ass.
What would that be?
Someone telling
Stop fucking this. Oh, come on, dude. You can get literally, this is the most basic in the world. Anyone would tell you this. This shouldn't change anything. I shouldn't have to tell you this. I really shouldn't. I mean, there might be a budgeting thing in here. We'll make a budget by the end.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, this is you just being a child. And that's just like, grow up.
Yeah.
That's it. For fuck's sake.
How do I grow up if I've been like this for 26 years? What am I supposed to do?
Dude, it's all whatever coping mechanisms and ways to get yourself into discipline you have to do. You experiment with different things until you find things that work. Maybe you don't deserve any of this.
I think I do. I'm trying.
Why? You don't do anything.
I'm doing the thing. I'm just not doing the thing to make everything better.
Exactly, which is critical. Like, if you're not self-improving in life, I have no respect for you as a human being.
Yeah.
Care for you as a human, but no respect for you. I don't know. I guess we should get into this. Anything else I need to know before jumping into this decent stack of debt?
Well, I do own a house, a condo.
Really?
I know. For an immature little bitch, I own a condo.
Okay.
Which I think is cool. It's owner financed, which again, I don't really know what all that means, but I know that I got a pretty sick deal on it.
You have to produce a deal?
No. I said I got like a sick deal on it.
Tell me.
I feel like I'm basically just renting it.
Tell me the deal.
All I had to do. Well, my rent was like $2,200.
Tell me the fucking deal, dude.
My mortgage was only $1,200, and it sounded like a really good deal. And then my HOA fees went from.
Why did you say were? Is your mortgage? What's your mortgage right now?
My mortgage is $1,200, but
Okay, so this is a debt. Okay, first debt. House, condo.
Yeah.
Yes, good, love it. Is it in an area where there's lots of condos, or is it kind of in a neighborhood with houses?
it's all condos. It's like old people. But
Okay.
condos really fucked me up. Like, I wish I would have bought a house.
A condo f***ed you up?
Yeah.
Was it the
I'm not saying-
stairs?
No, it's just the HOA. It's just terrible.
Okay, so what's your mortgage?
$1,200,
What's the HOA?
$600.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you got a
$650.
condo.
But it was only $400 when I closed
Doesn't matter. They always go up.
in a year.
Do a little bit of research, yes.
That's crazy.
Well, also big expenses can come up if they need to replace a roof or fix a pool. Get ready for a big chunk of money to be due in like 6 months or something. Yeah, they can do that.
I know. I already paid an assessment of $2,000. It's just like constantly.
Condos can be.
Yeah, I wish I
The
wouldn't
first
have
rental
done that.
property I bought was a condo. Horrible mistake.
Yeah, terrible. I completely regret it every fucking day.
What's the interest rate? Is there an interest rate?
8%.
When'd you get it?
November 2023, I closed.
Yeah, I could see you getting a rate around there for the.
The bank was offering me 9%, and the people that
Yeah.
owned it offered me 8%.
What was your credit? What's your deal? What's the term? How much do you owe them?
I'm not really sure. I pay them $1,200 a month. I think
For
last time I
fuck's
checked,
sake.
it was like
What was the purchase price?
180,
What did you put down?
10,
Percent or
1,000.
1,000? Okay. It's 169 is probably what you owe on it.
Yeah, I think it's 1.6 something.
Is it a 30-year term?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a fun one. I get to get you free money, and then I get to get myself free money. It's a pure win-win for both of us. What do you have to do? Sign up for a SoFi High Yield Savings account and get a welcome bonus of $300. Sign up for Acorns using my link and get $20 instead of the usual $5. Finally, sign up for Silo and earn up to $5,000 in cash back on your own stocks. These offers have been negotiated to give us both more money than using traditional sign-up methods. So use the links in the resources section of the description below and get yourself $5,320 right now. Why? Why'd you do this?
I thought it was a good idea. I had the money in my bank. I had the 10,000, which I thought was awesome. My rent at the time was about 23.
Do you have an emergency fund beyond that?
I did at the time.
Okay, at the time.
A lot's changed since I was making $100,000.
Keep going. Stay on track.
My rent was $2,300 plus, my utilities and stuff. The deal was presented to me by my coworker at the time, like, hey, we're selling this condo.
It was your coworker?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Big fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And he's like,
not your coworker now, though.
Correct. My previous coworker.
Okay, not the coworker that was fucking the boss.
No, different, but same job. They were like, oh, your rent's $2,300 and all your utilities. Like, we can get you this, it'll be down to $1,200 just a month. And, and you'll be owning it basically. I didn't really look into the fees or what all that meant. But yeah, it seems like a really good deal when you're paying $2,300 plus utilities to go to $1,200 plus utilities and a $400
Why didn't you look at
HOA.
the HOA cost? Why weren't you looking into every? I'm so confused.
I mean, I didn't really know.
It's pretty.
People will let you sign any paperwork.
It's worth $150,000 according to Zillow, and Zillow usually overestimates some. You'd certainly be losing money if you needed to sell it today.
100%.
Yeah, it's only gone down in value since you bought it.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm listing it. Like, I'm listing it, and I know I'm not going to make any money. I just want to wash my hands of this thing completely. I hate it. It was one of the worst things I've ever done.
It says it was sold for $196.
Oh, yeah. Then that was me. $196. I thought it was $180.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
What the what is wrong with you? That is very different, especially when it's only worth $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was $180.
Okay, it's probably worth, or you probably owe on it $185.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're underwater substantially, and who the is gonna buy a condo with that kind of fee?
I agree.
Oh, it's only gone down.
I know, it makes me sick.
Okay, I was listed for $150. You bought it over. What? Wait, you listed it for sale.
Yes. I was gonna talk to you about it, but I was like, you know what? F this. I'm gonna list it. I need to get out of it. I just got my tax bill.
But what do you have? Do you have like $40,000 saved?
No.
To just pay him? So what the fuck are you planning to do?
Ask him for help.
Why the fuck would he?
I don't know. Why did
Have
he
you
give
talked
it
to
me?
him?
Yes.
And?
No,
and?
He understands that I'm working really hard and I'm super stressed, and they are talking about what we can do. They're going to talk to the realtor.
They're not going to do anything. Yeah, they're going to try to help you to sell it for as much as you owe, but they're not going to let you walk out of the fucking loan.
Do I just pay that off?
The loan? Or are you talking about the difference?
The difference?
One, you're going to lose likely 6% seller and buyer real estate commission. You're not in a happy seller's market, so you're likely covering those, even though technically you don't have to these days. You can put it on the buyer, but you're not. So 150. So minus 9,000, 150. Certainly no capital gains taxes on this. Good luck. The 185 you owe. Great. So if you sell it, you have to come up with minimum $44,000.
40?
4.
Oh. Geez.
44.
44?
44.
21.
The fuck are you doing? She's actively doing this. Right now, it's listed for sale right now. I did not know this. It's listed for sale right fucking now. Oh my gosh, it's gone down in value so much.
No, it's also in a flood zone, so that's not really.
Well, it's Florida.
No, but it's on the water. like it flooded right before I bought it, 4 feet of water inside.
What the fuck? Okay. Now that you heard that you're going to have to come up with this, what do you think?
Maybe I can work something else out with them.
With who?
The people that I'm trying to...
Why the fuck would they lose $44,000? Why would they be okay with that?
Well, I think in my head, which we've established isn't the best.
I'm glad you can recognize it without changing it. It's an interesting, great human characteristic of you.
In my head, he bought it for, I believe, $130,000.
Doesn't matter. This is a loan. This is a loan.
But if I've already paid him, like...
No.
How much have I paid? Well,
I don't know, but it's all been interest towards interest.
But isn't he making money off of me? It feels like I'm just paying him rent.
Well, yes, you took out an 8% loan. He's making 8%.
So he's making money.
Yes.
So why wouldn't he just help me if he's already made money?
Why would he help?
Because he helped me in the first place.
What am I talking to? Are you not able to see the logic to this? You're not able to see the logic on the employment side. Are you able to see the logic in this? Why? Unless he's a fucking charity, which he's not, because he gave you 8%. Listen, if he gave you 8%, I don't think he's someone that's just going to be like, walk away. He didn't give you 4% or something to keep up with inflation.
But he gave me a better deal than the bank was offering me.
That doesn't...
It felt like a good deal. He felt like a little angel sent from heaven. So why can't he do that again for me?
Why the fuck would he?
To help me?
Why would he?
To help me not get for 30 years, hopefully?
Yeah, but it was your choice. It was your choice.
It was a really bad choice, for sure.
Yes, it was, but that's not his fault. I'm so confused. What is this world you live in? You live in the weirdest... Oh, you were such a COVID child. Like, you, like, stopped development at 12. Why, like, you do not live in the real world with the rest of us. Okay. All right. And then you got a cease and desist for operating your business out of the home?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're trying to build the fucking business and you can't even sell the fucking... You can't get out of the house. You can't build the... Oh, what the...
That's how I
From
feel.
who? Who cease and desist?
The HOA.
Yeah, and that's probably correct. Oh, for fuck's sake. So you can't do the business because you can't sell the house, but you want to you want to scale the business, but you can't sell the house. Oh, it's so...
It is fun.
This is your fault. Should have read over the contract.
I should have.
Everything in your life it should have, but didn't and won't change.
Hopefully it will change.
Yeah, that's how things change.
That's the first step. Right?
Yeah, sure, but you did that. You did the first step of hope forever ago, and you've done nothing. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
Well, because I feel like I'm kind of stuck with the
you
condo
are
situation.
by your choices.
It's bad.
Yes. What do you think your financial score is? 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Where do you think you are in this world?
2.
Okay, I don't know, spending double the income, fucking that underwater on their first house, even though you put $10,000 down. Fucking luck.
Well,
If you want your score, actually, real estate will probably boost it, but it's not going to be a good real estate score. It's going to be a very bad real estate score. If you want your Hammer financial score, see where you stand in the world of finances, go to calebhammer.com and go to calebhammer.com/apply if you want to come on the show. We'd be happy to have you. And don't forget, if you want to avoid being in a situation like this, go ahead and download my budgeting app right now. And for those who take the annual option, which saves you a lot of money, I'll also send the physical cookbook signed by me directly to your doorstep. So check that out. All those links in the description below. Let's get into the cards, I guess. We already did the mortgage, so let's do this. Wells Fargo. How long does this take to pay off if you only do minimum monthly payments, which, yeah, and you don't purchase, which you're incapable of because you purchased a shit ton because, of course, you did. How long does this take to pay off? Minimum monthly payments only, no spending.
Are you asking me?
That's why I said, how long?
I don't know how long it would take.
How long do you think?
Like 5 years?
Okay, 18.
18 years?
18 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll still be in your house by then, too.
I fucking hope not.
Well, you're right. I mean, you'll probably drown.
Literally. Like in water.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
That's what I was saying.
Well, I didn't know if you meant like drowning in debt. Drowning in both senses.
Ever feel like your Mac is begging for retirement? Fans blasting, apps freezing, and you're just sitting there wondering if a new laptop is your only option. Yeah, I don't feel that way because I found Clean My Mac. Clean My Mac is like a personal finance plan, but for your Mac. Instead of blowing hundreds on a new one, it cleans out system cache, development junk, and unnecessary files, cuts down on clutter, and even kills off malware with its Moonlock anti-malware engine. Their Smart Care dashboard gives you full control of your Mac. You can clear out duplicate downloads, get tips to stop overheating, and make your Mac feel brand new without dropping new MacBook money. So if your Mac's been making noises like it's trying to contact aliens, use Clean My Mac to keep it on Earth. Boost speed, cut costs, and get tidy today. Try 7 days for free and use my code Caleb for 20% off. Let's get back to the episode once your Mac stops lagging. Okay, balance on here, $4,896.84 with a minimum monthly payment of $133. Of course, we went and purchased $1,607.35 with interest charging of $83.55.
That's crazy. My interest is...
What the f***? She's like, that's crazy. What? It's right here. You sent this. You know that.
I didn't know my interest was $80. That's
I did not know
insane.
anything. You sent this to us.
I just downloaded it and sent it. I didn't look at it.
Why don't you look at your accounts? Why aren't you budgeting? Why don't you know anything about your money?
I'm scared to know how much I spend on stuff. Because I think it's
That
bad.
makes it worse.
For sure.
That makes it worse.
I honestly had no idea it was that much. I didn't even know my monthly payment was $130. I thought it was like $50.
Are you kidding me? How do you?
Not kidding.
How do you survive, dude? What are you even spending on? Fucking Chipotle, Amazon, Miller Ale House, Azure or Cafe, Amazon, Rookie Hip Camp, Amazon. Pull up your Amazon for me. Pull it up, dude. Why? And it's all at 20% interest. In the world of credit cards, luckily, are not at the tippity top, but it's still f***ed.
Yeah. But it's... I don't...
What?
I know, I don't have... It's...
Okay. Let's see. We got booty shorts. Lots of them. New faucet. Yeah, I mean, you are an owner. Is this a fireplace thing? You got a fireplace?
For camping. As a fire poker.
Why are you going camping? You need to be working. You can't take time off or spend money on it. Pork chomps. I'm guessing that's for the dog. Plastic gloves.
For camping.
You don't need to be... How often are you camping?
Maybe like once every other month.
Wait, I need you to be working to pay off this debt. I mean, you can't afford to live in your own house. What are these? Back scratchers? I don't even know. More dog chews. Body bar. Reversible mat. Come on, we're not getting mats. We can't afford to survive. Cheese Himalayan things for dog. Okay, cut the dog thing by a third at a minimum. By two thirds, you're spending a lot. I get wanting to spoil them. Cut it by 2/3 and you're still spoiling them more than most people. Tear tension corner. No, you don't need that. Pieces of African bathing shit. You don't need that. Homicide microfiber cleaning. That's a lot. More bones. A dog. A Snoop thing. And Ozium 4.5 pack odor something.
Mm-hmm.
First aid beauty. Did it work?
No.
4-pack mop. Replace heads. Running shorts. Did it work?
No.
Dr. Bronner's Pure Castle. Okay. Mountain House granola. Reusable rain ponchos. Guess you gotta wear that in your condo. Literally. Buddy, butter, 6-pack mixed flavor, squeezable, whatever. Dude, it's just fucking bullshit. And it's just crazy. And we've barely even gone back that far in time. It's just dumb spending. It's just stupid spending. All for the sake of what? To spend double what you make? You want to change it, you don't. Just delete the app. You can re-download it. It's so easy. So I don't really have a lot of choice. Maybe we need to get you on a flip phone. But like... And then you'll just go online anyway on the computer. But it's just... listen, it's too easy for you to get that point and click dopamine reward, and then the package shows up, you get excited. And I like it too. I like Amazon, but like I put it in a budget. And you could do it as well if you're putting it in a budget, but you're not. You're just blowing all this money that you literally do not have. And you can't even get out of the house. Put $10,000 down, you're going to be in a $55,000 loss. To be lucky. That's if somebody buys it for the $150 you listed it for. In the market we're in now, good luck.
I know, it's I just wish I wouldn't have bought it. It's a terrible mistake.
Sure, doesn't matter. You did.
I just wish I would have done a little bit more research.
Well, you're just going to hold. You're going to have to hold it. Or take a really big loss.
Yeah.
Substantial loss.
That sucks.
You're going to have to hold it. Why? Do you dislike the place?
I hate it.
Why?
The fees, the neighbors. I'm the youngest
What's wrong with the
person.
neighbors?
I mean, they're all on the board. The entire board is in my building.
Okay.
So I have people looking in my windows. I have people...
Okay, they're looking in your windows, literally?
Literally.
Okay, that's really weird.
Absolutely. It's just, it's not my vibe. Everyone's older, too. It's a retirement community for, snowbirds.
Why did you do research on this? Anytime
Because I thought it was a good deal.
When I buy a primary residence, which... It sounds like I make it sound like I'm doing that like every month. No, it's like, okay. This year I'm getting, I technically already closed on the house. I'm just renovating it. And then 2 years ago, I got the house before this, right? But what do I do before I do that? And how I saved myself on a house that I almost got, that I was this close to closing on? I knock on every door on that street. I meet everyone. I get their perspective for living there. Mm-hmm. I do my research. I go there at different times throughout the day. You're going to live there. You want it to be great. You do your research. This is a fucking house. This is a multi-$100,000 loan. This isn't something you just do out of the whim. You didn't know old people were just fucking going and dying?
Well, I knew that, but I figured it was more of a snowbird situation, that they'd be gone half the year.
Did you ask people? So there we go. This is your fault. This is just your fault.
It's my fault, but I don't want to be in this situation. Even though this is my fault. I know it's my fault.
Oh, they're saying you put a big trip on here.
Oh, yeah.
Skank Fest?
Yeah.
Isn't that comedy?
Mm-hmm. It's comedy.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of that.
It's so fun. And I know
but you can't afford to live in your own place. So we're putting comedy over living in your own place?
Well, that's why it's on my credit card. So I can pay for it.
That's fucking dumb. That's not cute. That's not cute.
But I love comedy.
Cool. Watch it on YouTube.
It's not the same.
No, it's not. It's not. But you can do things. You can do things you want to do when you can afford them. When you can afford them, you can't.
But if I can't afford it now, I figured it would be paid off by the time the event actually comes in November.
Well, good news. Okay? Instead of that dumbass Skank Fest bull, we're going to have a comedy show for you. I'm being told, and it's free. So here we go. The roast. The official roast of Janetti.
Jeanette. That's fine.
Jeanette. We use fake names. I don't know. First up, Marketing Josh.
I wrote down some jokes for you.
I'm so excited to hear them.
A slight roast. I heard about your finances, so it was very easy to be creative for you. And I'm going to start off with this first one. You're so broke, your idea of a luxury item is a secondhand paper towel. You're so broke, when you applied for a credit card, the bank instead sent you a sympathy card. I'm sorry about that, I heard. You're so broke, your credit card got declined at the dollar store.
Damn.
You can't be doing that. You're so broke, you wash paper plates. That's rock bottom, girl.
She just leaves them in her apartment.
Aw. Make sure you never eat at her place. You're so broke, you count ramen noodles as a food group.
Do you not? You don't do?
I would never do that.
Damn.
You're so broke, when you walk past a payday loan place, they just laugh. You don't even get accepted there. You're so broke, your piggy bank is on a hunger strike. You know who should go on a hunger strike? You're so broke, you bring a spoon to the Super Bowl. Girl, if you end up in the Super Bowl, how the f did you afford that? You're so broke, your house plants wish they were weeds outside. You know how tragic that is?
That one's
That's
personal.
it for me, though.
The Super Bowl is what she calls her breakfast every morning.
Hey.
Next up on the roast of Jeanette, the office's favorite lesbian and video editor, Erin. Woo!
What's up, Jeanette? You're so broke, your idea of meal prep is sniffing a food court. You could smell that Annie Ann's from a couple staircases away. You're so broke, your couch has more coins than your bank account. You're so broke, your dreams have a budget. How does that feel?
Great.
Yeah, you're so broke, even your check engine light gave up. Uh-huh.
And so did her tires.
You're so broke, your idea of fine dining is a Saturday samples at Costco. You're so broke, you steal napkins to use as toilet paper. That's just sad, Jeanette. It's really sad. You're so broke, your welcome mat just says help.
And that's what it screams when you stand on it. You have any roast back?
I just want to say your teeth are beautiful. Not really a
Okay.
roast.
And we transition. And last up for the roast of Jeanette, the office's favorite degenerate, Brandon.
Congrats on being f***ed. You're so broke, you can't even pay attention. You're so broke, ducks throw bread at you. You're so broke, your wallet has a cast and crutches. You're so broke, you go to KFC to lick other people's fingers. You're so broke, when someone rings the doorbell, you stick your head out the window and yell, ding dong. You're so broke, even your imaginary friend won't lend you money. You're so broke, your piggy bank filed for unemployment. And you're so broke, your calendar skips payday.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. As we just transitioned back, I just read the craziest fucking note. Okay. But either way, there you go. Now you don't need to pay for Skankfest. Okay? You had your little comedy show. We provided it for free. Okay. Okay. So no more. How much did the Skankfest cost?
The ticket was $600. And that's not including travel and hotel.
When is travel and hotel?
The hotel's probably going to end up being like $400.
Oh,
splitting
when?
everyone. When?
When?
November.
For fuck's sake, dude, you can't afford your fucking life.
That's kind of why it's planned like far away.
Well, speaking of Skankfest, what made me giggle is I guess you're also obsessed with Spankfest as well. Sugar Mama? Sugar Mama? You pay people after you
Oh, well, not all the time. And I don't pay them with money. That's kind of like
I don't know. I'm being read every time she boned someone, she would gift them gifts.
I wouldn't say every time, but I mean at least 3 or 4 times that's happened.
Bought them AirPods and Apple Watches.
Gotta take care of my babies.
Was that just their pay? Did they want to?
Yeah, what? Yeah, of course they wanted to.
They were getting AirPods and.
Yeah, because I was like, you're such a good boy. You get some AirPods. Take care of you.
So we can't afford life, but we're buying P&I AirPods and watches?
Not all the time, but I would say sometimes.
I'm so confused. You can't even afford to pay your own bills. This makes no sense. Going out to eat was like $700. Unknown shopping is typically, it's just like Amazon and stuff was like $1,300. Miscellaneous bullshit was another almost $700. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't pay. You can't pay to.
I just like to make sure they get little consolation.
Trust me, they were happy if it concluded. Well, no, not like that. I meant more if they finished.
Okay. It's like,
Well,
Jesus.
well, I don't know. Maybe that too, but this is like, dude. Again, I mean, look. Oh, I was just about to move on. You've had a fucking late fee this year so far on this card. You're buying ball sacks AirPods? You're buying ball sacks AirPods! And yet you're not even paying your damn minimum monthly payment on time to this card. And you're spending $1,000, what was it, $500 on this card? And you're not even paying it on time! Why?
I didn't know there was a late
Oh,
fee.
for fuck's
I know that's not a
sake.
good excuse, but I genuinely didn't know that.
Oh my, dude.
I didn't even know my monthly payment was
Hundreds in
$150.
interest this year so far. Hundreds in interest this year so far on one card. And then the late fee.
I didn't know.
We're still barely even into this year.
I know. What was a late fee this year or this month?
Yes! No, it wasn't this month. It was this year, though.
Oh.
Why wouldn't it be paid on time? Can you tell me that? I know you didn't know when, but why wouldn't it be paid?
Just being stupid is
Okay. You're done then, right? Like, what's the point of this fucking conversation? If everything we do anything, I'm stupid.
Well, because I want to write down the things that I'm stupid about so I can.
And you're not.
Well, I am. I'm making mental notes.
But you're stupid.
For sure. I am stupid, but I'm trying to not be stupid. You can learn. You don't have to be stupid forever. Right?
I agree, but we're approaching 27 on Monday, you said.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing pretty good for 27.
I'm glad you got into a house. You got into a horrible housing situation that you never should have. You should have researched. You should have, honestly, probably taken our real estate class before you fucking purchased the house. But, no, at least you get to watch that for free now for your next one. If you ever get out of this house, good luck. Okay, Apple Card. $1,345.34. Minimum monthly payment, $60. 8 years to pay this one off.
That's a long time.
It's a long time. You'll be mid-30s. Massage? Oh, Massage Luxe?
Yeah.
The
It's only $5.
For what?
I have my membership on hold until I get more money. So I pay them $5 a month, basically to not charge me $70 a month.
Oh,
So I can keep my...
so you don't even get the service.
Correct.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is so moronic. This is so moronic. You spend double what you make and you're paying to keep a subscription on hold? What the fuck are you doing? Bark.co, you spend enough on the pup. Apple bill? Pull up your phone again. You got a Ring plan so you can like see the fucking someone collapse with a heart attack in front of your door?
Yeah. Or the old people, you know. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure they're not looking in my windows.
Won't you see them?
No, I'm not.
Would
home
that
all
not be the
time.
same? Give. I don't need to see your Apple.
I didn't know.
Okay. You just have iCloud Plus. Yeah, that is that bill. It's the iCloud Plus. Extra storage. I don't fucking know. So what's up with this card?
So this card is basically like, it's, you know, it's easy when you're on your phone. It's the first card that comes up when you go to pay stuff, and
Mhm.
it's connected to all my things, like my Bark box and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
did see that.
There's a couple things on eBay that I purchased on that card.
What are we getting on eBay? Who's using eBay? What are you
I
getting
love
on eBay?
I love eBay.
Congratulations. I'm sure you do. You love getting things that show up to your house. I know. That's your pastime.
I love stupid shit. I love
I
buying
know.
dumb shirts.
That's how this conversation started. Yeah, dumb shirts.
Yeah, like who's a good boy?
Yeah, that is a dumb shirt.
Yeah, I know. I got it on eBay.
So we're going to potentially go bankrupt for dumb shirts.
Well, I mean,
Interesting strategy. Is that your version of comedy? You love comedy shows so much. Your comedy is who's a good boy on our shirt.
no. It kind of just sets the tone.
How much you spend on this bull?
I try to get like $10 shirts.
How much do you travel?
I try to get out of the state like 2 or 3 times a year.
How? You can't even come close to affording that.
How?
How?
Like credit cards and stuff.
You can't, and you probably go fucking wild when you travel too.
Well,
Just look at you. You can't control yourself while you're home.
I mean, I just black out. You know, the time that you're on vacation doesn't count towards the time.
Which is great when we go on vacation once a quarter.
Mhm. I just like
You make like $50,000 a year before taxes. 4 vacations where we just black out and spend all our money a year? Good fucking luck.
I know. I goes back to the I like it. I
I
it.
know
It's
what
comfy.
you like. I don't give a
For sure. I like it. I got
Oh,
friends
there-
in
she's trying to be
Colorado.
cute.
I got friends in Colorado. I have friends
Well,
out here
FaceTime them.
right now.
No.
Oh.
Instead of traveling to Colorado.
But Colorado's cool.
I'm sure it is. You can't afford that. What? Oh my! You are you not understanding that it's like great. I understand it's nice. I understand it's cool. I understand you want to do it. You mathematically cannot afford it because you got fired from your last job because you're irresponsible and don't know how to do your job. That was the fault of you and you alone. Whether or not it was a petty fire, you still did something incorrect and you got fired. Oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Who would have thought? Okay, so that happened. Now you make less money. You can't live the lifestyle you did before. That is you making choices. I don't give a fuck if it's fun. It's all on you. And you do not have to say yes because it's fun. For the sake of your future. I obviously see that. So you need to sit down with a fucking therapist and figure that shit out. I'll gift you therapy. 3 free sessions with Sondermind. They use them. I use them. They're great. Work on these coping mechanisms. Learn to say no.
That's hard. I know hard things are.
Say 2 things.
Hard.
It's hard. It's fun. It's hard. It's fun. You're never gonna do anything if this is your brain. And you didn't know how fucking people banged at 19, and then you pay people to fuck after that. Like it's like okay.
Well, when you say it like that sounds bad. When you say it like that, paying people to sounds bad.
I'm reading it as I see it.
Hanging out with someone for a month, and then being like, "All right, here's some AirPods, ta-ta." That's different, in my opinion.
It's so weird. Okay. I don't know. I just you haven't grown as a human mentally.
But I own a house and a business and I have a job.
You're underwater on your house by $55,000 and you want to sell it. You have a business that makes $300 a month and you can't operate it out of the place that you live in, which is where you're operating your business. Shut the fuck up. There's nothing to be proud of here.
I feel like I have the things in place, just not the best execution.
This is a business credit card?
Mm-hmm.
Over the past year and a half, my team and I have worked with experts to create the literal best for financial education programs on the entire internet. And even with a full month for a money-back guarantee, we have the lowest refund rate in the entire industry by far. So I'll teach you how to budget, no matter where you are in life, how you should be investing based on your investing profile, and how to get into real estate for the very first time or grow a massive rental property empire like I have in my own life. And I can also teach you how to get out of bad debt, but also utilize good debt to your advantage. And each of these is available individually in the education section in the description below. But at the top of that section, you can also bundle all 4 of them together for 15% off. So join the over 10,000 people who have gone through my educational programs and have changed their lives. And to learn more, just go to calebhammer.com or just click those links in the description below. Okay. Yo, $2,457.16 with a minimum monthly payment. You purchased $353. Fuck's sake.
I think it's just gas, though.
We'll see. Minimum payment is $25, so this will never be paid off. How long will it take to pay off? It doesn't say, but it's going to take forever, that's for sure. My goodness. Yeah, some of it's gas, but there's also Tractor Supply.
Dog food.
$152 in dog food in one purchase?
That's dog food and cat food, sounds like.
How many pets do you have?
Well, I'm a pet sitter, so I always have to have extra stuff on hand. Like, I always have
food,
extra.
Though. The owners have the food.
It's always good to have extra, and I buy it in bulk.
Yeah, but feeding them something outside of their diet is going to make them
Not necessarily. Sometimes, yeah. But I have some dogs that are just
I'd be pissed if my dog watcher fed them some out-of-diet food, not
But what
a
if
treat.
you didn't send me enough food to watch your dog?
I would.
Not everyone's as competent.
Okay, so it's when they're with you but you can't do that in your place, business. So it's
I still do it.
They can fucking
They threaten to fine me $100 a day until I stop.
Yeah, and
but I mean, I haven't
it can get worse too.
Yeah, but nothing's ever come about it since I got that one thing in the mail.
How much you spend on pets on a monthly basis?
Oof, I honestly don't know. A lot.
What do you think?
Probably like a band between dog food, treats.
Band. That's $1,000, right?
$1,000.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just just buy a lot for the business and 1,000 hours a month on it, but you make 300. So it's yeah, what a great business you're running. You go in the hole for it.
But I do make more money than 300. That's just what
How
I bring
much
in.
then?
I would say it's definitely less than 5,000 a year since I can't be full time on it. I can't dedicate.
Let's call it even 5,000 hours a year. Let's just say that. That's $400 a month. Okay. So
Okay, I was a little off. I think it's a little bit more than that.
you said I don't even bring in 5,000 a year. I gave you 5,000.
Yeah. I think last year I did well because I had more time dedicated to it, but now that I have my 9 to 5, it's probably more accurate to $300, $400 a month. But prior I was making way more because I was able to spend more time on it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're fucking with me. They're saying she spends 400 hours a month on something stupid. What else do you spend 400 hours a month on?
Is it?
Is it? You tell me.
I don't know.
Better not be. Is it? It's a ton of money.
I thought. Is it?
Oh, it is. Oh, you spent literally $420 this last month on weed. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? That's insane.
That's kind of cool though. 420.
Yeah, that's hilarious. When you can't literally afford life, you are a joke. You're an excuse for a human. I have no respect for you. I hope you do well, but I have no respect for you. You're a joke. You're a child. You're a joke. I'm sorry. I'm telling it as it is. No more roasting. No more little community kikis. You're a child. You're a child. You've never developed beyond like 12. And I have no respect for you as a
But I
human.
have all the adult stuff.
Underwater on a mortgage? Is that an adult thing?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people are underwater on their mortgage, but at least they have a house. Is that not normal? Like, isn't it like a recession or some shit?
We don't know. We have to have 2/4 of GDP decline for a recession. 2.5% of people with mortgages are underwater on their home. No, the majority of people do not. In fact, at basically the worst, which was the 2008 mortgage crisis, was 23%. So not even a full quarter. So no, that is not the adult thing to do. You're in a small minority of people who got in way over their head and didn't do the research and f***ed over their lives.
But doesn't it make my credit look good that I own a house?
Your seller finance probably isn't showing up on your credit,
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
Is he reporting it to the f***ing credit bureaus? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'd be beyond surprised. I'll be honest. I don't even know.
Me neither.
Yeah, it doesn't automatically appear on your credit. But you can potentially get seller financing reporting. You would have to take extra steps, or they would have to take extra steps using like a loan servicing company, or reporting it via third-party services like Rental Karma or Payment Report or Zingo. And you can establish a formal loan agreement, which I'm sure you did, in order to report that history. So, I mean, it's possible, but also just don't people over. You took this. Hopefully they just take it back if you don't. I mean, they could.
That'd be like
legally.
best case scenario. I would love
Yeah, but
that.
what if they go through the steps because you f***ed them over reporting that? Like a seller finance foreclosure. You want that on your credit?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I just figured anything to do with a house
Well,
would
it
look...
sounds like they can at least attempt to get it on your credit.
That would be cool.
No, the foreclosure.
Oh, yeah. No, that would not be cool.
Off, dude. I just tracked this. You spend 1,000 hours a month to bring in 400 at the max. This is moronic. This is not a business. Don't call it a business again.
It feels
What a
like
joke.
charity. No, for sure.
Yes, that's close. Okay, well, this credit card has $0 on it, so I don't know why I'm seeing this.
Oh, I think that's my car.
Oh, there's a car on the second page. Well, it's at a 2.25% interest rate. I wish your house was. I mean, that's a good rate for a car. What is the car?
I have a 2018 Hyundai Tucson.
Balance is $5,250.68. And the minimum monthly payment is $427. I mean, it's chunky. Probably a shorter term. How long have you had this? How's the condition? What's the car like?
I bought it in 2018. It's a great car. I love my car. I do fly through tires like a motherfucker though.
Why?
Because I drive all over town for this stupid charity job that I love, but I need to figure out how to make money on it. But I've gotten at least 2 sets of tires in the last year.
Well, I'll gift you a course career certification. Use the accounting one for your own business, and I think you'll learn that $1,000 out and 400 in equals no.
But how do I get to make more money? Then $400
We
a
already
month.
talked about this earlier. What the I thought you were taking mental notes. I thought that was your special superpower.
That's not a superpower, but I do want to know.
You have to charge more. You need to charge locally so you're able to go in between places quicker. And you got to just cut out the people that are far away and you're not charging enough. Or no more charity. You said it feels like a charity. We can't be like a charity anymore.
I know.
How much do you think the car's worth?
Probably like 7,000.
We're seeing it. Well, what condition is it in?
It's pretty good.
Okay, pretty good.
Like fair, I guess it would be.
Okay, it's
What are my
probably worth
options?
like 10,000 then. We're getting 14,000 for good condition.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah. 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 You're underwater in your house, not your car. I'd rather it be the car than the house, but
But I could always live in my car if anything happens.
is that you being cute or is that a real
That's like a real thing. If I'm homeless, at least my car will be paid off.
sick, man? At least my car will be paid off. It's okay to be homeless. Great. All right. Student loans for what degree?
It was a technical college. I went to be an esthetician, which is
Esthetician, really?
skin and nails.
Yep. It just really doesn't make much money.
Yeah.
That field. It takes a long time to make decent money on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was awful. I was a waxer, and I only did it for about maybe 6 months.
What the fuck are you doing? Why are you not paying on it? They'll garnish your fucking wages.
I think it's called deferred
It's deferred?
or something like that. 'cause
No, I see a regular amount, $50.
I told them that I lost my
Oh,
job.
current due $0. Yeah, what are they gonna do when you file taxes and they say, oh, she has a job?
Well, that comes off. I think it automatic. They gave me a year.
Okay, year until when? When's year?
I think I start paying back on it in June, July.
Okay, so it'll be $50. I'll just put that in your budget for now.
Mhm.
But you stopped.
Yeah, dude, I was a waxer. I saw
That means nothing to me.
Okay,
don't know.
I was
You were
18.
waxing.
I was waxing vaginas and dirty buttholes.
Did you just? Oh my gosh, you really do infantilize yourself. You chose to get into it. Also,
didn't
it's
really
just a
think it was like
private
that.
part. Who gives a? It's not. It's not fucking porn. I'm so confused. It was a job. It was just like if you were doing something medical as well. And if you're uncomfortable, don't go into it. But don't do the. I was 18 and I saw a naked body. Oh my! What
can deal
are
with-
you?
I can deal
You're
with naked.
literally a professional Redditor or Twitter user.
I
You
can
are a
handle
child. You are the most Gen Z. I don't hate Gen Z. I'm in that weird Gen Z millennial hybrid anyway, so it's just like whatever. But what is this infantilization? I'm 18. I'm 19. I've never heard of sex. Oh, 18. I saw. Oh.
No, I can handle pussy and I can handle butthole. But when a bitch is coming and running a mile and then comes in, like, can I get a full Brazilian? That is.
Can you give her a
traumatizing.
towel?
I can wipe her with a baby wipe, which
She. But you can't have her.
that's a little bit.
Is there a shower there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, baby, wipe it up. Okay, you didn't like it, but
That
don't
was
do
gross.
the. I was 18.
I just felt like it was a lot for me as that age.
If literally seeing a naked body for you was a lot at 18, then you probably shouldn't be out of sight of your parents.
It was nasty. I can handle bodily, I can look at a pair of tits and a vagina, but a stinky, nasty, gross bitch coming
I don't
in,
think it has to do with 18, though. I think that's just disgusting. I wouldn't like that either, but not because I'm 30.
but I'm throwing that in that I was also 18.
That shouldn't matter.
I just got out of high school. I didn't really know what's going on. I was just
Were
like,
you
oh,
not raised?
Mm.
Like, what the fuck? What is this? Why are you assigning childlike behavior to yourself? You were an adult. People literally go serve in wars at that age. I don't give a fuck. If it is too scary to see something that is stinky at 18, then you should not be driving a multi-ton vehicle at 70 miles per hour. You probably shouldn't be allowed to leave the house. You probably shouldn't be allowed to work a job where there are high-pressure situations because you are too immature. If you are incapable to exist at 18, you shouldn't be allowed to do anything. You can either infantilize yourself in nothing or in everything. If seeing something stinky is too much for an 18-year-old, then you need to be locked inside and coddled by your dad and be assigned a marriage.
That's a bit much.
Not really. If you are literally incapable of anything at 18, then I am not going to let you go have a job where someone might be a little upset if you don't do your job properly. I'm not going to let you drive a truck down a road. I'm not going to let you go to college where you have to be responsible for yourself, barely.
I think I'm pretty responsible. I mean, I moved out of my mom's when I was 19. I can't be that infanty, like...
Well, it was your words, dude. I was using your own words.
That I'm a child?
You said that was a lot for an 18-year-old.
It was.
Not really. Most of us be fucking in high school.
I don't know many 18-year-olds that have a grown-up job that also moved out of their parents.
Do you live in a daycare?
No, I live in a shitty small town that everyone lives in their parents'
A
house.
lot of people go to college, which means they move out at 18. That is a very common thing in our Western American culture. In fact, it has been more common historically to move out at 18 since at least the 40s and 50s in our culture.
Not where I'm from.
Well, then where you're from is...
It is.
Okay, cool. That doesn't matter. You don't know people who have jobs at 18? That's on them. A lot of people, my fucking brothers, a lot of people I know, we go get a job at 16 so we can pay for the car, so we can pay for the gas, so we can do the things we want to do, so we can go live an independent lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You're so fucking coddled. What a disgusting joke that your age is. It's crazy. And you're like 2 years young. You're like 4 years younger than me, so it's not even that big thing. You're not even like you're not even 18 now. When you were 18, I was fucking 22. We are not even that far apart, and I didn't act like this. What is wrong with people like you? I will never understand. I was excited to be an adult. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you guys. Children. Good luck ever existing in this world, man. You make me sound like a boomer, but there actually is something wrong. There actually is something wrong.
With the generation?
I guess. Just with some people. The permanently, chronically online 18-year-olds who got separated from reality during COVID because they were locked inside. You know, that's what we all did. But they just couldn't operate in the world after that. And they're mentally children for the rest of their lives. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's crazy. And I never realized it until I started the show and had to talk to people like you. It's crazy. Okay. Is that it? Is that all the debt? That looks like all the debt.
I think so. Pardon me, huh?
I feel like I didn't write something down. I have to look back real quick. I didn't write down the car. How much is owed on the car?
4,000 something. 4 or 5 something.
4820. With a minimum monthly payment of what?
I think it's 427.
440. Hey, we have $500 in our checking account. We're just going in, getting some bull, probably vaping. I can't believe how much you spend on fucking weed on a monthly basis. That's crazy. It's like...
And that's just on my card. That's not even cash.
Spend 15% of your income on... What a joke.
50%?
15.
Oh, holy shit.
Still insane. Uber Eats. Oh my gosh, $25 there. Rib City, Venmoing out money. Zaxby's, Uber Eats, PayPaling out money. India's Grill, Clover, Venmoing out 15. Downtown House of Pies, Starbucks, Uber Eats, Spotify, Uber Eats, Etsy, Uber Eats. Oh, for fuck's sake. Slice Life, Uber Eats, PayPal, and eBay. Uber Eats. This is so going in to get into in McDonald's. That was fucking stupid spending for someone that can't survive, plus another 400 on... Good luck. Good luck, dude. $100 and... Oh, no, $100. This is savings down from $914. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, here's another account, $2,600. So what's that?
I think that's my business credit card. For gas.
No, it's not a credit card. Business savings?
No.
Do you have $2,600 in savings? Is it gone?
I think I have a savings. I think it's about 2,000.
Okay.
I thought
Oh
you
my
were
gosh,
saying
you
I have
don't
another
even
credit
know.
card.
For fuck's sake. $731 in Robinhood. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this one's actually pretty good. Oh, it looks like you've been contributing to retirement. This is a weird, random, fucking just like pile of gold and a stack of like 50,000 hours in retirement. And for your income right now is actually on track for retirement. If it was your income of your last job, no, you wouldn't be, but okay. Wow. Well, let's see if we can budget you. I can't behavior and mental you, but let's see if I can budget you. What are you even invested in when it comes to those?
I couldn't tell you. The Robinhood or in my retirement.
Both?
I have no idea. I had people pick it all for me.
Who picked?
My friends.
Oh,
I know.
oh,
I have
I
no
hope that
idea.
50,000 hours stays there. But I don't know if it will if your friends are picking it.
Yeah.
Good luck, dude. Okay. 3,600. Sit down with the financial advisor next time. Debt and monthly payments. Okay, $708, not including the mortgage and HOA. Mortgage and HOA, we're looking at $1,850. Okay, what about gas, electricity, utilities, internet, all that stuff combined? How much?
500?
Gas, vroom, drive. You drive a lot.
Just in gas, probably $200 a month. Like driving gas.
Sounds crazy. I thought it was going to be. Car insurance?
140.
Phone bill?
I have Mint, so it was like 200 for the year. So
Okay, that's not bad. And we always tell people to get on helium for $15 a month. That's also very good. It's very similar. So we'll budget you out to technically it would actually save you money. $17 a month for that. Necessary food, $300. Use our meal plan again. Cookbook. Use it. Budget friendly cookbook, $300 a month. TP fund, $100. Anything else you need or want if you have extra? Medical, healthcare. Anything on a monthly basis?
yes, probably like 150.
Subscriptions, no. But pet insurance?
Mm-mm. It's included with my job.
Okay. Pet food.
250. That's for dog and cats.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're underwater. That was pretty clear. $4,215. 615. Yeah, I mean the selling the house situation is a bit weird, but I mean you're under 55, so I doubt we can do that.
And that's not including the other gas, not vroom, drive.
What's the other gas? It's also not including wheat. No, f you. Okay. All right. I was gonna think of a plan, but f you. That pisses me off. Spending a budget you overspent, 0 out of 10. F you. Debt, it's not the worst debt. You're underwater in your house. It's not great. 2 out of 10. Emergency fund, $2,000. 2 out of 10. Retirement, 10 out of 10. You're actually there for your age. And real estate, it's not great because of the situation, but if you held, it might work. 3 out of 10. Retirement is actually what's going to hold you. You might get to that before, that number that you said before that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, Hammer Financial Score rounded up 3.5 out of 10. You don't deserve it with that last statement. Pissing me off. Whatever. All right, join us in the post show, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want even more content, thousands of hours, join the best YouTube membership on the entire platform. Join the Hammer Elite version. You can watch the post show there and a bunch of other shows. And if you don't want to be like her, download the Simple Budget app, and you get the cookbook signed by mail, mailed directly to your door if you sign up for the annual version. See you in the post show. $1,000 on that is a low life level behavior. You're paying your boyfriend to be with you.
I mean, I am.
That is loser behavior.
How many AirPods have you bought him?
One. Just one.
Oh! Did
Or
you
is
get
it
him an
just a
Apple
gift?
Watch too? Are you doing this so you can like track them?
Exclusive members content. Click the link in the description or pin comment below and watch thousands of hours of extra and uncensored content.